Okay, so before your exams, like a lot of students, they tend to have the mindset that, it's the last stretch, it's the final hurdle, so they need to be pushing themselves as much as possible. And those students have this mindset that they need to be revising well into the night. You don't need to do that. You don't need to be cramming that much and staying up late doing a revision like that and pulling all nighters. That is one of the worst things you can do. You can cram in the days before, not the very night before your exam. Before your exam, the night before, you should be focusing on relaxing and fixing your mindset, getting yourself into a healthy, relaxed state of mind. That is far more beneficial than cramming loads and loads of information that you'll probably end up forgetting most of it anyway. Don't overdo it. Focus on your mindset, relax, finish your revision a bit earlier than you normally would, and go to bed early. And get into a regular routine of going to bed at the same time every day before your exams, so it will fix your sleep cycle. That way you're not going to be, going to bed early and then staying up really late because you can't get to sleep because of your messed up sleep cycle. And then you're going to be really tired the next day when you have your exam. You want to make sure that you have a good sleep cycle so that you have enough sleep. You don't want to risk sleep deprivation. Your brain needs the sleep to function well. If you're feeling particularly stressed out, then practice deep breathing techniques. So you breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. You breathe in for longer and breathe down into your belly as far as comfortable. Speak to your friends and family about it as well. You need to get yourself into a relaxed state of mind before your exams. That is your main priority. In terms of the revision that you are doing, the revision should be light, and mainly it's bringing everything that you've been learning together. So it's kind of going over everything as a whole in general. So what I was doing is I was watching binge revision videos like the ones on the YouTube channel Science and Maths by Primrose Kitten. She doesn't just do science and maths, she does other subjects as well, so it's worth taking a look at her videos because she condenses massive multiple topics, like the really long topics in science. She condenses them down into 1 hour long video that you can speed run through, just to make sure that you've covered all the content and just to refresh yourself mainly and make sure that you understood everything. You can watch playlists of videos like the playlist on free science lessons and Mr. Bruff. You can watch through those on like 1.5 or 2 times speed. And I was also reading through the entire textbooks for science in particular, the CGP textbooks. I would literally sit there and read the whole thing chapter by chapter, cover to cover. Those are all quite passive forms of revision, so you would want to try and do flashcards and blurting alongside it because those are active. But the reason why I was saying that I was doing those is because, again, your revision the night before should ideally be quite light and should really just be bringing everything together. Before that, in the other days in the run up to your exams, like now, you can go more in depth with your revision. You can be cramming and doing loads and loads of active recall, flashcards, blurting. But the night before your exams, you should still be doing active recall, but your revision ideally would be more light. If you've been doing past papers and if you have access to your previous mock papers as well, then what you can be doing is reading through those and seeing if you can find recurring mistakes or recurring themes. And then what you can do is you can write them down on a sheet of paper and then read through that sheet of paper on the morning of your exam, so the next morning. That way you can give you like a really good refresh and a good insight into where all your previous mistakes were. And then seeing that directly before the exam will ensure that you won't make the same mistakes again. It's very important to reflect on your mocks and your past papers. Admittedly, I think this was something that I should have done more of, especially during my A-levels, but I was doing things like that for my medicine entrance exam and that worked really well for me. Okay, that's that. Now before we get onto my bonus tips, I just want to quickly say that if you're really struggling with your exams or you need a bit of extra help to push yourself from 7s and 8s to grade 9s, then you can actually have a free lesson with an experienced tutor on Lesson-Wise, where they can go through your weak topics, address any questions you may have, and build your exam confidence overall. I'm one of the tutors on there as well, so you could potentially get matched with me. The tutors on there know their stuff. We've got Oxbridge grads, examiners, and if you want to continue on with more lessons in the future, they can offer you group sessions, which are like the one-to-one sessions but cheaper for those of you on a budget. They do honestly really care about their students, so if you want to really maximize your grades this exam season, then they are the tuition company to go for. So if you're interested and you want to get your free lesson, then just go to the description of this video, click on the link that I left in there. It'll take you to a page where you just have to fill out a form. It takes 30 seconds. It's really quick and easy so that they can match you with a tutor and get you started. That's done. Now let's get back into the video. Next piece of advice, this is a bit of a no-brainer, but you want to be going to bed early. Don't be revising well into the night. Not too early, but early enough so that you have enough sleep, because you need to be waking up a bit early as well. Again, not too early, but a little bit earlier so that you're not going to be rushing. You're not going to end up risking being late for your exam. Pack your bag the night before as well. Make sure you have everything in there, because the last thing you want to be doing is waking up the next morning and fumbling around realizing you can't find stuff. You want to make sure it's all in there, everything you need, so that you can relax the next morning and just focus on calming yourself down. You don't want to be stressing yourself out. You don't want to be adding extra stress because you're already stressed out. Also, if you're like me and you struggle to get up in the morning, set multiple alarms. I'm one of the people I know that snoozes my alarm and then end up missing it, or I just sleep through my alarm altogether. So set multiple alarms, you know, put the alarm away from your bed so you have to physically get up and turn off the alarm. That'll wake you up a bit more. These are just things to, you know, minimize the risk of you being late and stuff for your exam, because again, that's an extra source of stress. You don't want to be adding to your stress because you have enough stress as it is. And yeah, that's all the advice that I have to offer. If any of you guys have any questions, you can leave them in the comments or you can email me. My email is in my channel bio. Good luck with your exams, you got this, and yeah, bye guys.